the...
Is this the boost? Is this the boost Symmetra up there? I think it might be. It's a double Lucio. I think they're going to boost Symmetra there, run back and get the tank.
Well, they did do Cloud... It was Cloud9 versus Nubris, where they did actually run no tank and a trend damage.
Okay.
So there is the potential for it. I think we could potentially see it too, with the current setup that they have. Yeah, you're right, they don't have a tank, but they do have a Mei to stall, most importantly. Outside Northern Game of Blue, though, at least we should go the lines for you guys at home. We want to actually see, you know, who is who here.
Casper's back. He's going to rechange.
I don't know, he didn't just change earlier. Maybe he got boosted by his other Lucio.
Yeah.
Anyways,
okay,
so we've got B5, we've got Casper, we've got Outsider, we've got Velen, we've got Tenia, we've got Happy, Thermia, and Fisher. From the side of Northern Gaming Blue, we have Natty B, Yuri, Zafi, Shades, Mint, and Ladano. And it's going to be actually a really close one, I think.
And Fisher's asking, can he get a lull in chat? So,
no.
No.
No, Fisher.
No?
Just please no.
Okay, Outsider's going to boost himself across. But here we go. Let's get the game underway. Switch across to the far out straight away. So switch off because the city was going to be the Mercy and the Hog. So expected that. Didn't expect to see the double Lucio start. So Symmetra kind of, well, tried to get those early turrets in there, but Yuri clearing it pretty quickly.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah.
That could have actually been like the halting point on their push. Zappy's already at 35, 38, 40% on his Mercy ultimate. Shades is waiting for an opportunity to come in from potentially the side. They do have a tank Mint, and they do have Ladonna there to be the off tank. And it looks like they want to do push this direction. I'm just curious though, Shades intends to actually push with the Reaper in the same spot.
Here we go, the Reaper's going to be going straight through. Is it going to work out for them? The Reinhardt getting blown straight up. They back off instantly. Did not work. Back away, failed. Mercy tries to get the Resurrect off there, will get popped straight down, and this Resurrect really hasn't worked out well for them. Fisher picking up multi-kills there as he works them all in that close proximity. Very easy for him to just line up the shots, simply just all in the same spot.
They were basically prepared for it too with the position that they were holding on, and it was actually really good use out of the Reaper's mechanic. If you guys didn't notice there, he went in with the shield of Ladano, which he just died, him and Shades together to a Riptire, and then when he needed to escape, he'd use the Riptire and get behind his Reinhardt shield. The problem is that Mint got knocked so far into the air that they had no shield to hide behind, and that's why they all died. So if Mint if he didn't walk on towards the trap, he maybe would have been able to actually keep his teammates alive. So that's how they won that fight, and now they're changing things up, trying to push in through the underpass. There's a lot of defense turrets waiting.
Yeah, there's a lot of ultis waiting as well. But Yuri, let's see if he can't land this barrage. It could be crucial. There we go. I think the Hog's just been picked off. Yes, he has, around the side there. Are they going to sit and stick with this one? No. That's a great pin from the side there. Long-range charge as well. There's going to be the Resurrect. Is it going to be enough to keep them down? Velan's get himself back up there. Don't forget, he's got that whole Hog ready and waiting to go. Doesn't need it. Gets the hook on towards Zaya and picks him off. Nicely done.
And B5, they do have a really interesting composition that we've seen relatively often on Hollywood with the Symmetra and the Mercy combo. Pair that in with the Junkrat too. So you have the Revive, you have the Teleporter. So if you ever don't have a Revive available, you're going to be able to run through the Teleporter and get back in time to defend. It's really hard for a team to go up against this because they keep recycling people left and right, especially when you use a lot of your ultimates to kill the whole team outright. Here though, trying to come from the side. He's looking for Mercy, but you could just see between these two teams and the teams you saw prior, the difference of Mercy positioning.
Yeah, risky for Zaf though there. Could have been picked off as he obviously tried to follow the Pharah, sticking with him, trying to get that bonus on the damage. There's the res coming in. That was a double res just off the side there from Zaf. Now, is it going to be enough to try and push them through? They're going to use the boost. I'm going to switch across actually to try and watch the positioning of Casper just to keep around the side. I'll go over to Fisher because he's got Tactical Visor burning down. Doesn't quite get Yuri down, which could be vital. Of course, Yuri, though, doesn't have the ulti. Will finally get picked off around the side there. And another successful defensive hold here by B-Fly. This is starting to get a little dangerous because we've only got 54 seconds to go for that payload to reach the first checkpoint.
And we've seen how ties can really kind of mess with teams, pushing them into a tiebreaker game. If E5 can successfully hold them here, then they're looking at potentially a 1-0 map lead, which would mean ties aren't going to be that effective anymore. Casper, he's going to have Revive available. Can we go to Tenya real quick? I just want to see how many charges he has left. So he has 3 charges left on his teleporter. So they're going to be forced to probably use the Revive here. Garrosh is going to pull him in, but Casper's not there. He's not been pulled in. They separated well. They're not even going to get many kills off the back of that. 20 seconds left to go here, Demon.
And that payload isn't really moving much. See Junkrat trying to do as what he can. Not going to separate them enough there. Does blow Minter away. Does disrupt the shield, but sadly they didn't have the damage to follow it through. So they may well just be able to get this payload moving. But Junkrat, considering keep him popping out there. Outside, they're doing a great job of holding it up. Now, 2 seconds. We're going to be going to overtime, but now the question is, have they got enough in the bag to stop them getting out? I don't think they will. It will reach the first point, just about. Unless Casper miraculously did something there with his little pew-pew.
Oh, there's an Earthshatter, I think, that came in. That was defensive one. Actually, no, got interrupted right when he... no, Happy Thermia did pull it off, but he didn't really get any kills off the back of that. So, a little bit of a waste for him. But nonetheless, they still held them for the first 5 minutes. So, only 2 minutes and 45 seconds to work in probably one of the hardest points, if not the hardest point of the map, especially if you can't control this high ground. Ooh, but Shades is switching over to the Genji to be a little bit more effective to get onto that high ground and actually force them back.
So, Venus switching across here to McCree. Haven't seen one in a while, actually. Obviously had that changes. Well, that still works just as well as it ever does. The flashbang to the face, or to the backside, actually, this time around, but still did the job. Fisher has got himself that ulti ready waiting to go. Could work well, actually. They're going to get that high ground, and you can see, doesn't need it. Landing the perfect headshots there. It's that little ding, 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 ding. So satisfying.
It's like you won a lottery, a jackpot at a casino. But they've held the high ground because they forced them back. Now VFly gets set up. This is where Fisher's going to be even more effective, and not to mention Happy Thermia can just drop on top of them. He doesn't have Earthshatter up, so it's going to be a while for that to be available, only at 45%. But as long as they can maintain this position, it's really hard for Northern Gaming Blue to successfully make a push work. They need to challenge out somehow, which I assume is what Shades is trying to do.
Well, doesn't manage to get the flashbang in. The Graviton Surge working well. Is it going to be enough? Yuri comes in. That's beautifully executed there. But there's the Resurrect to follow it through. Now, have they got enough to keep them at bay? The payload in that crucial position as he moves around the church. But they do manage to hold them back here. Outsider making the switch, going in towards the Winston. Is he going to try and catch on towards the Mercy? Zafir taking a lot of damage. Protected beautifully there by Minter. And that's going to be enough to clear them out.
Counter Earthshatter was almost good there.
Damn it, Genji, where are you?
It's all good. He wasted it. There's no one else to kill. And there's no way he'll continue to keep being this aggressive here. He's going to have to back off. Especially once he sees... Ooh, with a double dink on the Mercy. But anyways, so yeah, they successfully been able to navigate their way through this next checkpoint.
But that was the dangerous
section. They're going to contest it. Yeah, they're going to contest it. And the charge actually lacks onto the opposing Reinhardt. Min's going to go down here. Happy Thermia picks up the kill, and they might have just been able to hold on.
Well, okay. He knew what he was doing. I'll let him off. Zafir does manage to get the Resurrect in, but is it going to be enough to hold them off there? Shades is going to try and come around the side, trying to keep them down, but he's going to get picked off as well. Yuri also taken down. Remember, look at that timer. Look at that clock. 38 seconds, and it is a long run from the spawn points at the moment. They haven't reached the payload advantage. They're going to chase on down Nutty B. Nutty B will get picked off as well. Zafir's a long way away. Shades is a long way away, and so is the Zarya. He's the only man that was within close distance. Now they've got 20 seconds. This is do or die time.
Okay, so this is where B-Fly have to be careful. Casper needs to stay away from his entire team. Don't get pulled in by the Graviton Surge, because that's what Northern Gaming Blue are depending on to actually win this fight. Fisher even has a Tactical Advisor available, which gives him a lot of cover, especially from his position when he can back away in the bank, rotate around. But here's the push coming through. The Earthshatter's not going to hit too much, and this is going to be a good ultimate, good Graviton Surge coming through, but Casper, he's going to get his revive in just a second.
Worked out perfectly, but as you said, there's the big Resurrect to follow through. Now, what have they got to follow on? That's the question. There's Primal Rage ready from Outsider, trying to take some damage. Does have to pop the Primal Rage, but the rest of his team have been taken down. You can't do a great deal of damage. You will have a lot of hit points, but as you can see from the aerial view, the rest of his team have been cleared out, and they will reach the next checkpoint.
Okay, another 2 minutes to actually finish off the game here. Northern Gaming Blue, who looked really shoddy before, are honestly coming together, especially when it matters. And now they're rushing down, person after person. Happy Thermia should have died, but he actually does survive with the help of his Mercy of Casper. And Shades on the Genji is going to have Dragon Blade up relatively soon, or soon enough, which makes... Oh, Fisher. He tried to duck, but I don't think he saw Shades right in front of his face.
It's hooked in. Will get taken down, so Outside he gets himself the kill there, but Yuri has his ulti available. He's going to get himself in a flanking position. You can see Mint and the Dano both working their way through.
He's waiting for them to drop.
Going, yeah.
Yuri wants to come in from that top side like you were just showing, but he's waiting for the call of the enemy team. Oh, no. He's not positioned. They push too quickly. That's what Elusia's going to give you. Like, they shove straight to enemy team, which doesn't give any sort of flank. Like, Yuri was trying to go for an opportunity to really pull anything off. So he pretty much got absolutely nothing off that, and has to hope that they go for something similar, but don't push the enemy team or his own team back far enough.
But look at the ultis. Look across the ultis. Almost all 6 ultis ready and waiting to go for Northern Gaming Blue here. Again, as you mentioned, trying to do the same flank. Both Shades and Yuri want to come around the side. This time they're going to have Mint joining them. So they're going to be a 5-6 man push, all coming from the top upper ledge. Now, how are they going to counter this one? Let's keep our eye on it, because obviously they're holding the ledge. There's going to be the Genji ulti. The Dragon Blade goes through. The Earth Shatter misses. They're going to sound barrier going down as well. Everything flying through. Oh no, that's disaster. Resurrect comes through. Is it going to be enough to keep them at bay? Yuri's ulti was used. Zaf still has Resurrect available. Going to keep his eye on his position as well. He's going to get himself just around the side. This is perfect placement from him. VLAN around the side. Remember, no Resurrect available. Trying desperately to get his ulti available. No, it's not going to happen. Tenya, the only man standing. He's going to get picked off, and that surely could be Northern Gamer Blue finishing the game right here.
Yeah, it will be, because Casper can't really hold on. He can't do anything about this, and like you said, Northern Gamer Blue, which it looks like they were going to lose on the first point of leg, going into overtime. Both points until the end, where they had a second left. They were able to come back and somehow pull it together when it mattered, and now that gives them a minimum of a tie, which is so good considering where they were.
Absolutely,
you have to be really worried.
Absolutely gutting, like you say. Went to overtime on the first checkpoint. Almost overtime in the second checkpoint, and then with 1 second to go on the final checkpoint. But they managed to get the wipe in there. And more importantly, Zaf still had Resurrect as well. Still had Resurrect available, even if they'd have come back at them. So very well set up there from Northern Gaming Blue to basically execute with all of their ultis ready and waiting to go. I mean, I know it's easy to say they had 6 ultis, but you've got to execute them in the right order. Yeah,
I mean, what was really cool with the way Northern Gaming Blue actually pushed into that was, so they had a Reaper, a Zarya, and a Reinhardt, right? Reinhardt kept a shield up. Zarya shielded herself and the Reaper, Ladano, to push through. So 3 people were immune to that Earth Shatter when it went off, allowed them to actually just wipe them off one by one, which gave them control. So it was actually a really good fight out of Northern Gaming Blue, and good timing and a good read in general to what B-Fly had available to them ult-wise.
So this is where I get completely confused and watch the blue team attacking. It's going to take me a while to get used to it, but we'll get there in the end. You have to forgive us if we call the odd attack and defense wrong. But let's have a look at the defensive side, actually, Shades. So we're going to have Yuri on McCree to start with. We'll have Shades, of course, on the Hog. We will have Mercy for Zaf once again. Nutty B is going to remain on Lucio. Lidano this time is going to be on Reaper. And Mint, of course, sticking with Reinhardt. So, fairly similar, both attack and defense. This time, though, it's going to be a double Winston on the attack.
It's a double Winston. Yuri's not going to do anything to this. Lidano's going to have a field day with it.
Yes.
It just depends on where they position themselves, most likely, and where these bubbles come down as well. Fisher's going to be looking to take down the back line, which, again, is going to be very difficult to do when you could be hooked, or you could be flashbanged by Yuri. So he has to play this one extremely slow and almost bait his own teammates, Outsider and Happy, to actually get a successful attack off.
Oh, McCree's going to try and get those one-taps going. You hear the satisfying dinks, but very similar tactics. But this time around, look, they're trying to get the flank around, but look at how aggressive they're pushing. Trying to chase them through, and I think it's backfired. I don't think it's worked out. And now they've got the complete reverse positioning. Yep. It's that really weird setup they got going here. Nobody got the ultis available yet. It's a very early fight, but Ladano going down, that's a big kill.
That's a huge kill, and not Fisher even getting 1-2. This is going to be a clean wipe. This is 4 kills uncontested. Now the 5th coming through. Nutty B is the last man alive. They're going to get this point so damn quickly, and they're going to continue this momentum. This is huge.
That was a very strange fight. I mean, it was... We saw them setting up for the exact same fight that we saw in the reverse, but this time they tried to push around, tried to go aggressive, tried to get behind them, but they were just too quick.
So they were they're trying to catch them on the split, because 3 people of B-Fly actually pushed up the high ground, and 3 were a little bit behind, especially the Mercy Casper. They tried to push it with the Lucio speed boost. Casper was just able to get away, just able to slip through their fingers at such a key point. That fight could have been completely different if Northern Gaming Blue did get caught out. Or sorry, B-Fly did get caught out.
Well, if only we were looking at timings, we'd be looking at a very good time so far from B-Fly, but doesn't matter, they just have to complete the map, but they are in pretty good stage so far, of course. There's the Dragon Blade popping off, trying to get that Mercy around the backside. Will get Zaf down, that's the all-important kill. McCree around the side, blocks it out, and then gets charged down by the Winston. He's going to get around the backside just before his ulti runs out. He will actually run out of his ulti, and Mint's already picked off as well, so another successful attack here. B-Fly continuing to keep this payload pushing. Just the large amount of hit points from Shades there, who this time is using the Hog.
I think we're seeing just a big disparity between the 2 teams in general skill, or at least preparedness for this map. Because honestly, B-Fly are looking like the superior team. hands down. I know they Blue, they're not a bad team at all. Green Ghost, you know, did relatively well in the closed beta phase, but here's the attack yet again on the Northern Gaming Blue, just to stall for some time, maybe try to keep them off this payload, maybe try to win the fight, hopefully, in their sake. And that Soldier, Ladano, or sorry, it was Ladano, just wasn't really even being taken down. He was able to run away completely.
Yeah, he shouldn't be giving Yuri some free time to kill the Mercy in the back there either. The rest of his team picked off. So, defensive hold for now before they hit that checkpoint. Forces them all back, but as you can see, not too far to go. Nice left click in there.
Too deep, too deep.
Yeah, a little too far. He's going to back away. It's all good. It's all good. He's got it covered. He's not going to get picked off. So, change here. Velen switching from the Farah over to the Soldier 76. It's the only change so far on the aggressive team.
Yeah, it's really hard as a Farah to go up against a McCree and a Soldier.
Oh, Ladano switched as well, actually, yeah. Switched from Farah.
So it's really, really difficult to do that. So that's where you see him switch over. They don't have like the Reinhardt to sit behind, so the Soldier McCree is going to be able to do some good work, but the double Winstons are getting very aggressive. Yuri gets knocked off the map, and he's trying to take Casper with him. He can't get the kill, but he gets the good damage in as Ladano's able to wipe him out.
Ladano from behind does get himself the kill. Now it's advanced with 3-on-3, and obviously can't resurrect those people that have been knocked off the map. And that's the big part of this one. Shades around the side. He's almost got his Death Blossom ready and waiting to go, but he will get picked off just before. Now Yuri well out of the fight. Zaf well out of the fight. Let's go over to Minter. He's going to be in there. Does get taken down, and that payload will be reaching the first checkpoint. Or will it? Yes. No, that's going to be the Resurrect. Zaf managed to get in there in time. I wasn't sure whether he was going to go with it. Just about got the Reinhardt still in there. The timer hadn't quite gone down, but Villa manages to pick him off around the side there. It's not going to be enough. And, well, a successful defense does actually come through.
Is it?
Or is
it though? Northern Gaming Blue, they're losing people too quickly.
No,
they've been able to get the checkpoint.
Yep.
And they're going to back off away from this one. Velen's still looking for the chase on the Lucio, but Nutty B is going to be able to escape this one. Or will this be able to escape Fisher? He's going to charge straight through. They pick up 2 quick kills. That's both supports now down. And if they can force another fight right after they leave spawn, without the supports, it's going to be so deadly for Northern Gaming Blue.
Dragon Blade well up. Okay, a Bastion switch from Shades now. Shades totally switching it up. Going to try and get set up in the high ground, and this is very good to delay tactic, because obviously they got 4 minutes to hold this point, but the problem is with a Genji in there, it could turn backfire. Dragon Blade set off, and he's just firing everywhere, trying to spin around, see if he can hit it down, but it doesn't manage to work out for him. Well, McCree does have his ultimate available, but he's in that desperate situation. You just can't find an opportunity to use it. Ladano switches back over to the Reaper, doesn't manage to work out for him. Shade's back alive, but the rest of the team, they're just pushing that payload. They're charging for the finish.
And it looks like they're able to get it here. Velen has the Death Blossom off the side to completely shut them down. Not to mention Fisher doing some good work. The Bastion going to be going back into Sentry form yet again, but the Reflected of Fisher's a little bit too strong. Eventually picks up the kill, yes, but the payload's still moving. It's finally contested by a person, and Shades, he's somehow surviving. He pops his ultimate just to stay alive, but then he eventually kills himself, or helps kill himself. And this should be B-Fly to secure the victory.
Gets himself the kill on the Mercy just after he gets the Resurrect off. That's going to be the Winston going down. The reverse kill goes down, and they do indeed hold it. Just about. Maybe a little too aggressive, if anything, from B-Fly there. They sensed blood in the water and went for the finish. But it's not quite worked out for them.
The thing is, if Northern Gaming Blue want to come out of this first map with an advantage, they need to hold them here. Shades has his ultimate available, but positioning in is so damn deadly. Outsider went a little bit too deep. That Diva will be able to shut. Happy, why are you not looking to the right? There's a Bastion right there.
Oh my god, he's got his ulti ready and waiting to go as well, and he's picking him off. Now the Reinhardt shield comes in. This is going to buy them a good 30 seconds as well. He does finally get taken down by Fisher, blocking out the shots. Now Fisher's managed to get his Dragon Blade off as well. Can he do the damage? Gets around on the Lucio, gets the Mercy down. No, not quite. Didn't work out for him, and that will slow down the attack.
This Bastion is honestly, it's working out well for them. I mean, he's had some interesting plays so far, like the first death he had over towards the right side of spawn, where he got punched down by Winston, was a little bit risky, but his positioning is catching out B-Fly. They're trying to assume he's in one position of the map, and they walk around a corner not expecting him to be there, and then if you're outsider, you just die. So they're at least able to have a fight that's 6v5. They have a lot of good ultimates available too. Shades and Yuri together. If you want to throw in Ladano, you can, but there's no real need to.
Yeah, we should talk about, obviously, because they got that hold, Can't speak, guys. It's a problem. It's a problem when it's my job. Because they got that hold, you can see the payload is backed all the way around the corner. It's got back into that horrible choke point position where they can go back to holding the high ground. So they'd managed to do the heavy work. There's going to be that great Graviton Surge going down. It will be countered by the Resurrect, but the damage may well have been done here. Yuri is going to hold them down. Ledano gets the triple kill as well in there. Let's have a switch across the Shades because he's getting himself set up in the position around the side. There's the Resurrect coming in, and they're going to continue holding this point. Does finally get picked off there, but I think the damage may well have been done.
He killed the 2 tankiest targets on the enemy team. I guess you can throw in D.Va there too. He didn't kill D.Va though, but Yuri is able to push back through with 50 energy. Able to get some good AoE damage down. Most importantly, he's looking for the back line where Hypothermia in his human form, without his exosuit, is very squishy. And looking for that final kill into the Lucio, but he's been able to escape here. Tenya will be able to retreat for now. Casper, he'll be able to stay alive too. With now 59 seconds left to go here, Northern Gaming Blue, they could take a lead in the series.
Dangerous from Yuri, went aggressive, got to make sure he doesn't get picked off while he does that, and he was very close to it, realized as soon as he saw the hog, he's like, I need to back off right now, get out of this position, but look at it, payload still in that position, it's been stuck here for over 3 minutes now, it backed away, we're down to 40 seconds, it's almost do or die time.
There we go, Bastion set up yet again. Getting reflected on by Fisher, switching up spots. The D.Va self-destruct going to come through, but not really connect onto much. It gets 1 kill, yes, but Ladonna already picked up a triple kill himself. Zaffy's still alive. He's looking to actually have his ultimate alive, or back up and running if they do need it, but they wiped him. Northern Gaming Blue, now with 20 seconds left to go, we're going to take the fight straight to B-Fly and try to stop them from even touching that payload to throw it into overtime.
Man, it was looking so good for B-Fly early on in this game, but this little switch to the Bastion, it catches it catches everyone out in pugs, that's for sure, but it may well be catching even the pro teams out here. Looks like they might finally take it down. Dragonblade is going to get popped. Where is Shades? I'm going to switch across to him because he has that ulti working. It's keeping them at bay. The overtime, they have to stay in distance of the payload. You can see Tenya's trying to keep it alive, trying to keep hopping around it, but they are just forcing him away. Let's switch across to Zaf. Zaf's going to be so vital in this one, keeping them alive in the background. Casper as well. Switch across to Casper. The Tracer spam coming through. Is it going to be enough? Outsider on the payload. Tries to keep them away, but I just don't think they've got enough to clear them off here. They're just about keeping them away. Let's have a look across to Ladano. He's having himself a duel with the Tracers around the side. Now he gets onto that big, fat, juicy target. Gets himself the kill. Finds out Casper. Casper gets the mercy. Resurrect just off in time. The die is not enough.
It was in a really bad position.
Still going.
It was underground. It's where you can only have potentially 1 kill. Try to take down the Mercy before you even had a chance to get the revive. Fisher, he needs to stay alive against Shades if they want to have a hope here. Shades is looking for these kills, but he's got his teammates there. They've been able to pick them up and secure it. And Northern Gaming Blue in overtime to secure themselves the first map here in this best of 3.
Finally, we get ourselves a winner on the first map. Dorado goes across to Northern.